So welcome back to some more Pokemon Emerald, where last time we went north of Moss Deep City to go and explore the Shoal Cave, in which case we couldn't do much since it was the high tide. Then we went around and started diving at random places that really not much to say there. And this time, we are going to be exploring more things now that we have the ability to dive. So I did switch out Orion for Nebula because, well, I need to fly. I want to go all the way back to the abandoned ship. Now that we have dive, there's something we can do there that we haven't been able to do before. So I'm going to meet you guys on over to that ship. Back to the ship. Probably wondering, what the balls are you doing back here? You already got like one of the best TMs in the entire game just from this place. Well, there's more that we can do. In the next room, I meant to go to the other room. In here is a dive spot. Now, more interestingly, if we were to use the Super Rod here, we can actually get a new encounter of Tentacruel. It's a pretty nice skip of Tentacruel's line. It's a solid poison water type that can be a really good tank. Its typing makes it really awkward to deal with since it gives it a neutrality to grass. Poison's really good defensively, and its mixed attack lets it use kind of whatever it wants. As such, it's a really good water type and a very good skip to Tentacle if you just don't want to deal with raising it. Along with that, it can get the ability of Clear Body, which is amazing because, well, you don't have to worry about stat reductions. Besides that, we're diving on into the abandoned ship. This is extremely dangerous. But we're a professional trainer, questionably, so we should be fine. Like, this would freak me the crap out. Hell no. I would never do this. Getting Manamedon vibes. Yes. So we do land in this area, and this is very weird. So, there's 6 doors in total. It's kind of a secret little maze. So, for how I'm going to label things, the door is locked room 1. So you got room 1, 2, and 3. And at the top, I believe this is locked number 4. Yeah, 4, 5, and 6 respectively. Let's go into room number 3 first. In here, kind of like the Trick Master, there is a sparkle on the ground when you enter the room. Our training with the Trick Master is really coming to play. And get a Water Stone. Hey, if you need this for your Ludicolo, there you go. You can just completely skip the shard stuff. So, with 3, we can now go into number 1. And 2 hidden items. One of them, it's just ash. Oh, it's just trash. Okay, I thought I said it, ash. Room 4 key. Nicely done. And this one has TM18 Rain Dance. Very nice to have. Rain Dance is awesome. It buffs the power of water type moves and nerfs the power of fire type moves all in one. It's pretty friggin' nice. Now with the room 4 key, let's head into room 4. 3 shinies. And trash, and 1 in the trash bag, or trash can. That's not actually trash, it's room 6 key. Not bad. Alright, into room number 6. I did not see any shinies. There is a luxury ball. As the name implies, the luxury ball is luxurious. It doesn't really do anything for encounter rates or catch rates or anything like that. It just looks really nice. That's all about it. Okay, I believe... Okay, I have no idea what this place has. I think I want to check the room 5. Because I think we can just go in through here. Oh, okay, there's a bunch of hidden items in there. Okay. You wouldn't normally be able to see that unless if you went through that room 5 door. Bright and shiny, just trash. Oh god, this is gonna suck, 'cause I don't know where all of them are. Room 2 key. Perfect, that's all this has. Pretty sure the rest of it is just trash, but I'm gonna go over it. Yeah, it's just trash. Alright, I'll leave this be, because I have nothing else in my notes that indicates it otherwise. And for the last room, room number 2. Let us in. And this has no shiny items, but has a scanner. More interesting for something later. And that's actually it of this place. Can I escape rope out of here? That'd be really nice if I could do that. Oh, thank God I can. I don't want to just dive again. Oh, wow, it puts you out in the water, too. Weird. With that done, there's something we can do with this. Let's head back to Slateport. So back to Slateport. We want to go to see Captain Stern, which I have no idea where the balls he's at. Is this you, buddy? Oh yeah, Nyman, that item you have. That's a scanner. That would sure help us on our explorations. Would you trade your scanner for something like, say, a deep sea tooth or a deep sea scale that I have? This is what I was mentioning with Clam Pearl. If you want the deep sea tooth, or the deep sea scale, you can choose the evolution for Clam Pearl. However, this is more interesting than just the evolution. If you can't evolve this thing, these items actually have other effects that will do things to Clam Pearl. For example, the tooth will double Clam Pearl's special attack, and the scale will double Clam Pearl's special defense. If you're not trading for it, you can just choose what stat to jack up on it. It's actually kind of cool, and I like this idea a lot. I'll go with the tooth. I'm not ever going to use a Clam Pearl, but I'd say the special attack is more warranted. It's pretty cool. I like this a lot. I wish more Pokemon did that. That's why I really liked like the Metal Coat, for example, which just if you don't use it for a trade evolution, you can use it to, well, up the power of Steel type moves. Same kind of deal with the King's Rock. It is an evolutionary item primarily, but you can use it to do flinching stuff, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna just put away some items so I don't have to worry about that. Got a lot of spoils here. Holy crap! I'm gonna keep the shoal shells for later. So there we go. That's it of all the side things I wanted to go and do. So we are now going to progress. We're going to fly, and I think I'm just gonna keep Nebula because I really like having fly. We're gonna be heading down to Route 127. Bleh, I can't speak. There we go. And I think I'm going to stock up even more on max repels. I know this might seem overkill, but we're going to be chewing through a lot of them. And plus, we have plenty of money. So I'm going to get, let's say 33. That's fine with me. If I really need money, I can always go and sell all my my rich items that I've been hoarding. Because, yeah, that's all been without selling anything, really. That's just from natural trainers and stuff. So let's do max repel. And let's set it. Let's set out to sea, not accidentally press A before the menu went out of the way. I'm stupid. So, welcome to Route 127, in which case in my notes I have this labeled as a section of lots of blue. This is a huge water route, and as I said, we're going to just be seeing a lot of water routes as we get towards Sutopolis. I will say you are going to need dive regardless, even if you're not going for secret items and such. You will need dive, so make sure you have something with dive on you. I'm going to hope that I really want to try to level up Soul. Soul's gonna be the most useless when it comes to this route, so I'm hoping I can just level him up real quick. And as such, with this giant route, there are a ton of hidden items in this place. Now, thankfully, no new Pokemon or anything like that, but there are some pretty interesting things. Man, this sucks. I have to kill that Swellow. I'm just gonna do Rock Slide. I want to Earthquake the Manectric. I'm surprised they don't have water types, so that's at least some silver lining for that. I'm just gonna try to limit, hopefully not getting hit by static on that Manectric. What do you have? Skarmory. Hello. I will gladly focus on you. You suck! Gotta love before Gen 6 where electric types can be paralyzed. It's such a stupid thing. I would okay, I thought that was gonna do a lot more. Let's Thunderbolt the Skarmory and I guess Ember then Manectric. I'm not really too worried about this Manectric. It can't really do much to us. Skarmory on the other hand, how much you can do? Barely anything. Okay. This is just gonna be a war of attrition at this point because this is just gonna take forever. Thunderbolts. But yeah, when it comes to these routes though, I actually really don't mind it when it comes to water routes. Now, granted, I have complained incessantly, and I do apologize about that, of saying like there's so much water routes take forever to get through. There's a bunch of trainers on those routes. But the thing I like about these specific routes is that there's a lot to it. It's not just water. Not like other Pokemon games where you just have a gigantic water route with some rocks in the middle. No. Here, you have some land surfaces, you have trainers that aren't all just using water types, and for some reason this Linoon has Surf. It's not just the same blue everywhere. Now, granted, there are places like that where there's a bunch of trainers on just water for some reason. But you have dive spots, you have other, you have little trees on islands, there's little secret places where you can get items. You have little sandbars, you have the dive spots, as I've said. There's some variety here, and I like that a lot. I really like that there's a bunch of variety. Now, granted, again, we're going to be stuck on water routes for a while, so just buckle in for that, but it's not to the point where the game deserves to have a lowered rating because friggin' too much water. I don't think IGN is ever going to, recover from that. Because it is a stupid thing to say. I mean, yeah, it has a lot of water, but that's not, I don't know. I don't think you should dock a point on the game for having too much water. Come on, it just sounds stupid. Anyways, we got ourselves a Whalmer here. And see, it's about to level up, which is kind of bad because we got so many more trainers using water types. And I know I could be using something. I could just use Zenith, but I like having my levels balanced, man, and I don't know. I don't have ADHD or OCD or anything like that, but that's one of the weirder things that I like trying to do is keep everybody's levels balanced. Unless if it's a gym, in which case I will just roll through the gym with one Pokemon, but otherwise, I don't know why. I have a real problem with having Pokemon that are above each other in levels, especially if they're on my main team. So, that's just me. I don't know why I'm like that. I have, weird negative OCD where, see, that's the beauty of having no OCD. For me, I have negative OCD, in which case, if something is absolutely crooked, I do not care. No, not that I don't, or was it? It's more than I don't care. It's also the fact of I will purposely make it crooked to piss people off. It is one of my favorite things to do. I love doing that. I've had so many people, come over and, they'll see my room and they just flame me because I have a poster that's, 1 degree crooked. I love it. I just love pissing people off with that because, I don't know. I guess it's just because I just don't care, man. As long as the thing itself that I'm hanging up looks nice, I don't really care much if it's slightly crooked or whatever, or if it's not exactly straight. I've just always been like that. I've always been very laid back and just, negative OCD. I think, and plus it's just, I think it's hilarious when people just get super pissed off about my decor. So, albeit though, I do try to be careful with that when it comes to making thumbnails and stuff, and I'm still learning the process on that. I think I've gotten better over the years, though. They're totally better than my thumbnails back then. Ugh, God. I hate my earlier thumbnails. I've thought about actually, making new thumbnails for those older videos, but I don't think it would be authentic if I were to do that, so I'm leaving them be. What is it they say in Sonic Adventure? Live and learn? Anyways, lots of these, man, so many fishermen, Jesus. Oh, thank God this guy had more than just Magikarps. He had 2 Magikarps, one that was level 15 and one that was level 25. Am I already running out of PP on I guess so, yeah. Wow. That's another bad thing with these routes. This is a really big stretch before we get to the next town, meaning we're gonna be running out of PP a lot. So just be prepared if you need ethers or whatever, if you don't want to run back to a Pokemon Center. It's part of the reason why I brought Nebula with us, is so that I don't have to worry about that as much, so. But we have more of these dive spots. Now, when it comes to Route 127, there are these gigantic dive spots. Now, this one on the right side, I don't think has really anything. Ooh, but this looks cool, though. Keep an eye out for the rocks like this. If you see a rock out of place like this, that is a sign of a hidden item. Pretty interesting, huh? Let's surface here. Not really much there. I can go further down here. No, I can't. Never mind. And there goes our repel. Although we went pretty far without having to use another one. Although I will miss the 69, unfortunate. Alright, I'll just surface and go around here. So one of the biggest things about this place is a there's a dive spot. Oh yeah, here we go. I believe this is part of that gigantic trench, yeah. There is a huge underwater trench in here that has quite a lot of hidden items within it. And you can easily skip by these items if you just don't go into the depths. Like I said, you only need to dive for one thing in this game, and that's just to get to Sootopolis. That's pretty much it. Well, actually, that's not true. There's one more place where you are forced to use dive, but besides that, it's really not helpful of an HM. I guess that's the really weird thing with dive. Like, here's the thing. Besides Oris, and I guess Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, dive is really a pointless HM. Because, I mean, obviously it didn't exist in Kanto or Johto, so there's really nothing saying about that. It doesn't appear at all in Gen 4, like Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. It doesn't appear at all in those games. And it made a weird reappearance in Black and White, but that was just for a side thing that you don't actually have to do. It made you extremely rich, but you never had to do it. So, I don't know. Dive has always just been a weird HM to me. There's not a lot used for it. It's not like Flash, where it has popped up constantly throughout the series and has even reemerged in other series. But, you know, in this game, or in the series, dive really doesn't pop up all that often. That's really weird. So I'm gonna keep exploring around here. Like I said, though, when it comes to the dive spots, at least in this giant trench and those trench-like areas, keep an eye out for rocks that are kind of out in the open like this. That will tell you that there's a hidden item, one being a heart scale. So I'm gonna keep heading down here, underwater. Oh, I think this takes us. Is this taking us to Sootopolis? No. Okay, I'm gonna keep exploring around here then. I mean, let's head out here. I don't want to go completely in this trench. Route 128. Okay, that's where I thought we were landing on. Okay, Pokemon. How did I get on that page? Okay, whatever. So, there are new things out on Route 128. I did say there wasn't going to be really any encounters, but no, there actually are. There's a couple of them. And that one of them, well, both of them are through the Super Rod. Starting off with Corsola. No. It's a water rock type that's only known for being tanky. It learns garbage moves, it's a horrible attacker, it's really slow. I have no redeeming qualities for this thing, and I know I rag on a lot of Pokemon, but this thing just straight up sucks. It has literally nothing going for it, and I feel bad, but at the same time, there's not much I can say about it. It just sucks. Now for something more interesting. Let's talk about Love Disc, only found by the Super Rod when fishing for encounters here. For one, God, no. It's a pure water type that I have nothing to say specifically. What I am going to do is I'm just going to let a quote from the official Diamond and Pearl Smogon overview to explain this thing. In quotes, we'll take a generic water type, give it crummy stats everywhere except for speed, give him a trait that doubles his speed in the rain, and the option to use agility, and call it a day. Love Disc is great if you're playing in battle timeout because its mere presence should cause your opponent to laugh at it for so long that you will win the match. End quote. As for my personal notes, it does nothing that helps you. This is basically the water type version of Sunkern. It is garbage, there is no redeeming qualities for it whatsoever, and its existence is just sad. I'm sorry. Oh boy, I love that Smogon quote so much. It's so good. We played you. But yeah, Love Disc just freaking, like, why does it exist? I'm sorry, it has no reason to exist. Now I will say, there is one thing about it that I will say, and I think it's the case in this game. There is a low chance of a Love Disc holding a heart scale. It's one of the only ways to actually get heart scales through, well, legitimate means besides just getting the overworld spawns. If you want that, there you go. Otherwise, I would never suggest a love disc even on my worst enemies. The thing is just terrible. So I had something else labeled out in the trench here, but I don't think there's anything else. I'm just making double sure, but man, the surfing here is so slow. That's the only bad thing about Dive. But I do have a lot of items just labeled out in the areas here. For one, apparently there's a hidden star piece in the main area's center west branch on a small rock. Okay, I'm not going to be able to find those, but just know for hidden items, there's a hidden star piece down there, a hidden HP up, and a hidden red shard. So just keep in mind of those. Have I been in this one? I don't think I have. I'm gonna check it. I want to check everything, man. I'm sorry. Oh, there's the HP up. So what does that tell me? Okay, HP up in the center east branch. Okay, yeah, because there's several of these branches that kind of spew out from the initial trench. So that tells me that we are on this bit. Okay. Because I want to try to find that hidden star piece. So main area center west branch on a small rock. Is that this? I'm gonna guess it's this. Hey, I know cardinal directions. Okay, that's the items I wanted to go and find. I think there's that one red shard, but I don't think I really need. I'm not using a firestone, so if you want to go and find that yourself, there you go. Let's head further south. There's a huge trench down here. Oh god, where the balls am I? Okay, hold on. I know I said Route 126. Oh, okay, yeah, I want to go over to Route 128. Okay. If we continue west from here, this actually leads back to leads to Sutopolis. And while it may sound weird, I'm not going there directly right now. There's a reason for that. So, let's keep heading over here. I believe... Oh, hello, trainer. I want to fight you. A Whalmer and a Staryu, and the only thing that really happened in that fight was that the Whalmer leveled up, and yeah, I know, I haven't nicknamed the Whalmer yet. It's because I haven't gotten to that point in the game, or in the... You guys haven't gotten this video yet for Whalmer to be nicknamed. Alright, Route 128. This guy... Oh, I already fought you. So, I believe there's something here. Actually... Yeah, hidden heart scale right next to this guy. This guy is a cool trainer, Ruben. So there's heart scale on his little sandbar. And then... Okay, there's this bit. This is what I'm calling the center island. I want to go to the west. Actually, is it on this, actually? Let me see. There's a lot of hidden items here as well, so I just want to see if I can get them all. Nope. Okay. Oh, it might be in that trench, actually. Or, okay, but you know what? Never mind. I want to go into this. There's a protein. This is not the trench I was thinking about. Okay, never mind. There's one in particular that leads us further into the actual game. But for right now, I'm going to just ignore that. Like I said, lots of trenches, lots of different things to go and explore. But again, there's one specific thing that... No, not the item finder. No. Thank God there's no hidden items out in the actual water, because that would freaking suck. Although it'd be interesting as an idea. Anyways. Another trainer here. Nothing really to say about that guy. He just had a couple tentacles and a Whalmer. Now, that area leading to the east. I do not want to go down there just yet, because that is going to start leading us towards Evergrande City, which is literally the last place in the entire game that you ever visit. So, I will save that for later. We'll go fight those trainers at a later point. Where is the thing? These water routes confuse the hell out of me. Well, there's this guy. He just had a Staryu, not really anything to say for that. And there we go. Do I want to dive into this, actually? Ah, we do. It's that submarine. Submarine Explorer 1 is painted on the hull. This is the submarine that Team Aqua stole in Spaceport. Team Aqua must have gone ashore here. Let's get out of here. Welcome to the T4 Cavern, where Team Aqua has, well, started to reside in. So, I'm gonna end things off right there. Next time on Pokemon Emerald, we're confronting Team Aqua. Jesus, there's too many teams. We're gonna confront Team Aqua about the whole submarine stealing business. So, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.